I really enjoy growing things. I like gardening. I like getting my hands in the dirt. I like smelling the soil. I like planting plants and then waiting with anticipation, nurturing them. And then when they bear fruit, whether that's fruit or vegetables or flowers, I love it. And it's always more work than I want. There's the nurturing, there's the watering, and then there's my least favorite part. If you want your plants to grow well, you have to weed around them. And weeding can be a frustrating thing because somehow the weeds seem to grow better than the actual plants do. And in a garden like ours, we have a myriad of things. Pests that even include this cute one. In this garden box, I planted pumpkins and corn. And I noticed almost right away I had a pest. See how the stalks are getting chewed up? I thought maybe it was the quail or maybe the rabbits. And then one day out in the yard, I found it was the dogs. And in addition to the corn that I planted, I have volunteer marigolds that sprung up from last year. And I had some mint that I've already pulled out that grows quite well. And then I have grasses and weeds of a whole bunch of varieties. And so in order to get the crop that I want, the things that I want to grow as they need to, I have to do some weeding and some pest control. And in this box, I have barely any of what I planted. I know I planted zucchini, you can sort of see it here, but I have a whole bunch of sunflower volunteers. Now those had been planted before we came last year. They were a gift because they stood tall and they flowered all summer. So now as I look at this box, not growing all of the squashes that I had intended, but growing these sunflowers that were such a gift, I wonder, what should I let grow? What should I continue to nurture? I think my squash can stay. I also think these sunflowers can stay. They really like it here, kind of like the marigolds, like the other box. And sometimes the thing that grows really well is the thing that should grow. And sometimes in gardening, the things that we plant grow like gangbusters, like this lettuce. You can see a couple beets in between and some carrots over here, but really the lettuce is super happy. So it's time to harvest, time to use it, and time to think about what might take its place. For me, I love gardening. Even the parts that I don't love make it worth it to get the fruit, to get the harvest. And for me, there are a lot of parallels to ministry. Thinking about the things that we grow intentionally and the things that we grow unintentionally, the things that grow quickly and easily and readily, and the things that take a ridiculous amount of nurturing. Within our life of the church, it's like this season in the garden, looking for what's growing well, looking for what shouldn't be there, pulling the weeds, maybe thinning the things that are doing okay and seeing, I didn't plant that. It's a remnant of what was, but it's doing so well. I think we should just nurture it and let it be. The thing about a garden is there's a whole lot of not yet. Sometimes you see the blooms happening, but they aren't fruit yet. Sometimes you can see the fruit or the vegetable or the flower growing, but they're not ready yet, even when they might look like they are. Patience is hard. Devotion and commitment to the task at hand is hard, and dealing with certain pests can also be hard. This is a good season, a season of growth and development, a season of change where we see the fruits of our labors. And it's a season in the church that will take extra effort as we weed, as we thin, as we nurture, as we tend, and as we deal with the occasional